Hey everybody, I have a special guest on today. I have Ben Mallory. He is our digital project manager, and he actually had probably the best example of storytelling today. And being that the best part of marketing is storytelling, I figured I'd let him dive into one of the stories we should all be following, and then one of the lessons we could take from it.
Thanks, Doug. It's a pleasure to be here. The story that I wanted to talk about is one that I'm sure that most of the world, if not all of the world, is familiar with right now. And the reason why I'm here today is just because of how you and I ended up talking about it naturally and realized that kind of the passion in talking about it was derived from the story that was told this weekend. And that's the World Cup final between France and Argentina. And I really think that the lesson that is learned from this is the impact of a truly impressive story, especially when you look at it through the lens of soccer in North America. You know, it's a pretty polarizing topic. There's either people who are really into it, there's people who, really don't like it, and there's not very many people who would, categorize themselves as casual fans. And I think this weekend was a turning point for a lot of people here, myself included. I'm a sports fan. I would not have categorized myself as a football fan, but you go into an event like we did this weekend where you have Lionel Messi on the verge of becoming the greatest soccer player of all time and putting himself in the conversation of the greatest athlete of all time, putting himself in with names Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, Serena Williams, people that are like the true Mount Rushmore of a sport, playing against Kylian Mbappe, who people would argue is the best player currently in the World Cup final on the biggest stage in the world, and then to deliver on those expectations the way that they did. So to set the stage with a story to get all these people who maybe are casual fans or not fans at all to turn their eyes to a sport like this, and then to deliver on it with two heavyweights, Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe, scoring 5 of 6 goals in one of the most impressive sporting events we'll see for probably a decade. It really doesn't get much better than that. And if you talk about conversion in marketing, if you set the expectation that high and then deliver or exceed it, that's probably the biggest converting point you could imagine. And so I think there's tons of parallels to draw from that into what we do on a daily basis with clients and trying to develop stories. It may be harder to develop stories such as that, but it shows you the impact that they can have. It really is phenomenal. And for someone who doesn't appreciate soccer in normal life to now come out of that weekend as someone who's talking about it excitedly and getting goosebumps and watching highlights multiple times a day. And the reason for that being this incredible, like truly incredible story, I think everyone should be paying attention to that.
Ben, that's probably one of the best summaries I've heard of the power of storytelling. And of course, it comes from sports. I think all of the best stories come from sports. It's got every piece of a good story. One thing I would suggest, Ben summed it up better than I will. I would encourage anybody who really wants to understand storytelling as an art and how it impacts marketing, go pick up Donald Miller's A Story Brand. It is probably one of the best books to understand how to incorporate storytelling into your marketing and your overall brand. And one thing I will tell you definitively, the brands that would be successful over the next 10 years are brands that master the art of storytelling. We are somewhat done with the traditional ads as they stood. I think we're now moving into a point in time where brands who have a story that's relatable are the brands that are going to win, and the products become the heroes. So Ben, thank you so much. You nailed it today. You made my life easy.
My pleasure. Anytime, Doug. Thank you.
All right, everybody. We will see you soon. If we don't have you tuning in before, have an amazing holiday and an awesome new year. If you're watching this after, I hope you had a great holiday and looking forward to an awesome 2023.
Take care.